hey. It is gambling time. Or at least getting ideas on how we're going to do it anyway. As I said in the Patreon channel yesterday, I think this kind of thing like leans towards a Skyblock mod pack more than anything else. Which I think is okay. Do need a name though. It's either going to be, I mean, we could just call it Skyopus TCG. But the idea will still be Skyblock. Hey, welcome up. We'll just go Skyopus TCG. $26.1.2 Neoforge 8238 UJS. This one. I know. This one. FB. Library, teams, quests, combat, chunks, ultimate, essentials, filter system, ranks. That's probably it. All the ores. PVL. Routers. Core. Trainers. Casting colors. Visible lights. Portals. Utility. Probably don't need rooms. Quash shops. Applied sticks, refined sticks, inward recipes, light blocks, affinity drives, no fog please, casting multi-block, casting tools, Modpack utilities, Keeper JS, JEI groups. Probably not dimensional resources, probably not sniffy sniffers. Adrenaline, probably. Dimensional energy. Sure. Structural loot generator, yeah, and we don't need a ability lock. It's quite a lot. 44 mods already. So the idea is that it's a Skyblock, but you don't obtain resources, well, the initial resource anyway, in the usual way. It's going to be done through a opening system. Just should be able to show you an example of. The idea is that you get a, still need to add a crave tab, but get a TCG. So you have like a basic card pack, which opens into common resources. That's the idea. And then the resources can be put into this probably. And then you can get the resources out of it. You work in another Modpack. Technically, there's 3 on the go. What is locked? What do you mean, what is locked? Do you mean the ability lock? That's the idea anyway. How this looks in practice, who knows? First thing is actually probably to get this on Curse Forge at some point. Because we're going to need access to this BBL trading cards. Assets. One of them. Summary. That's card packs. Which can be open to obtain certain resources. Mod. Main category. Awesome resources, I guess. Tech. I've seen lock messages in Discord. It's called ability lock. It's your every like skill in the game is locked behind a certain task. So you complete a task to unlock an ability. That's the idea of mod. And then in the mod package, you've got a couple of helpful mods just to make it a bit easier. Well, not even easier, just a bit nicer. And the idea of that pack will be to have like a maybe like a monthly leaderboard or something like that. BBL. Cards. This mod fully is mostly now customized. Next. MIT. Allow distribution. Just build a version. That's good. Server client. Forge. Java 25, Minecraft 20, 6.1.2. Issue. Release. File. Done. Just wondering if it's worth adding the Qt support for this. Probably is. Schema. Added. Or BBL trading. Just need just add the mod. Now I think even though this is not approved, I believe you can still technically download it. At least I hope it works. BBL trading. Fix that. And then 5 is technically this. Oops. Hopefully that works. If not, we'll have to do it later. Yes, there. So we definitely can have support right now, which is good. So we have the, call this the pack. And this will extend this new item. I think it simply is just that. It doesn't need a value, it doesn't need that. It's literally just simple. Just so that the mod actually reads it as a pack. And this will be if it's not yet it's loaded. BBL trade card game. Then dot. Actually, this isn't here. We'll need this actually, so we'll just do that. This will be down here. Nope, this will be down here. Registry of registries. Item. And BBLTCG.identifier. Which is the pack builder, class, pack builder. Otherwise, there's a gap there. So that allows us to add a pack. This would just be schema.js test pack. TCG pack. That is tag. It's literally all it needs to be is that. And then we get to add the rest. So this will be the pack recipes probably fine. So the pack recipe is that's not recipe. Ingredient, which is and it needs weighted items now. So recipe key weighted item stack. This is just called cards. Then this will be weighted item stack on code, which obviously we don't have yet. We need to add, and then recipe key in. This is the amount of cards. Number component integer. Definitely an other key. Cards, underneath functions. And then this becomes card pack, cards amount of cards. Maybe make it possible to make an existing item works pack. I mean, so you're saying instead of having a custom item where the logic's run, we could run the logic via an event instead. In all honesty, that might be better. And yeah, do you know what? That's probably a better idea, yeah. Okay, let's change it. Yeah, that makes sense. At least that way, there's only that for about adding a custom Cube.js item either, which actually makes the mod fully like data driven if you wanted it to be. So we need to just do it as an event instead then. Server events. This will be public. Void. On pack opening. And then we just do this. There's got to be an on right click event, isn't there? Right click item, that bit event. That's me player. Yeah. then get player. Probably get entity, isn't it? Yeah, entity. And then level equals event dot get level. Event dot get hand. Yep. Okay, that's all we need technically. So the difference is we need to check for the data component instead. I'll say no, this is very tricky because the pack won't have a data component. This could be quite expensive. I'm trying to learn more about modding, and watching your streams really helps. That's really good to hear. Glad that it's somewhat useful. I wonder. Oh, this is going to get really complicated. I hope you're ready for this. So if we do. So first, we're going to need to do. We'll need this for JEI anyway. So we need to get the actual recipes. On recipes. I can't remember what the event is. We need casting. Casting events on data pack sync. So that's the first one. So on data sync. On data pack sync event dot send recipes. TCG recipes. Yep. Dot pack opening type dot get. So that means that the client has access to these recipes now. And then we want to do. Now we want to tell the game what to do when it gets the recipe. On the recipe. We see. And this is a recipes. We see event. Now with voice, it's not as boring as it was with any background. But that was the aim, right? Because just sitting here writing code, but not really explaining what we're doing, is really, really lame. At least this way, you know, even if you don't fully understand what's going on, you kind of get the idea of what we're trying to do. So we have to do something when we get the recipes, right? So this is just like boilerplate rubbish that we have to do now, since Minecraft removed the ability to have the recipes on the client. And then this will be a collection of recipe folder. Card. What's it called? Pack opening recipe. And this will be pack opening recipe equals recipe map by type. Pack opening recipe type, and then we need the map identifier. I don't know if you have to necessarily go to this length. But I like to do this. I'm spelling this so badly wrong. Identifier. Pack opening recipe. Pack opening recipe map equals new hash map. Then we need 4 recipe folder. Pack opening recipe folder. Pack opening recipe, yep. Yep. And then the client recipe cache which we need to add. And then the client recipe cache is in here. Client recipe cache. This is basically where we save the recipes that are received from the server. Again, I don't know if you have to go to this length, but I found that it's better to have all of it saved than just parts of it saved. So having the location is quite useful, especially as then you can set the mark stuff correctly for JEI, because you actually have like the whole recipe. This is going to be cached pack opening recipes, and then new hash again. Here, public static void set cached opening recipes map identifier client. This needs to be, it doesn't need to be, but client cache equals cached recipes, which is fine, and then public get public static collection get cached recipes, perfect, and then that gets us the recipes that we need. And then here we just do this, and then we save all the recipes when the client gets them saved. What's this complaining for? Oh, there we go. So obviously that's mainly for JEI, but we're going to use it to actually set. Or we could even use it to create a list. We could do what we could do. Where should we put it? We could put it in here. This would just be a public static list of items. This would be items containing card pack items, maybe card pack items. New array list. We won't put this in here. This is specifically for recipes, so we'll just do client card pack. And then we'll have that. And then when we actually receive the recipes, in here we can do list of items stack card pack items equals new array list, and then card pack items, and then this will be the recipe, pack opening recipe, no, recipe folder value dot card pack. That's an ingredient. That is an ingredient, so that needs to change. Does it need to change? Item stack makes more sense because then we can support data components on item stacks. This will be items stack template because that's where it has to be. This will be item stack template, stream codec. This shouldn't matter. This will become is just the item. Input. Yeah, item. 0. Oh no, wait, we card pack create is that. Doesn't need to be the copy. So that should all be fine there. And we can create it here safely, I think, because we have access to the server there. Okay, and then we want to do in the actual opening of the card, which is here. We want to do if client card pack cache get pack items contains pack stack. But it doesn't contain it, we'll just return. If it does, it will run the logic for the card opening, which means it's going to trigger on every item as well. Probably want to do. To be fair, I probably just want to keep it like that. Thanks for the sub on YouTube. So we can get rid of this. Can go. Goodbye. This just becomes item. Just a simple item, is it? Yeah. And then all of this can go. So these can all just become simple items now. And then I guess we can test it and see if it works. So let's say the idea is now when the recipe is loaded, we'll add the item to the cache. What is this? Pack opening block entity. This is fine. We can do the same what we did earlier. So client card pack cache dot get card items contains stack. And that should be fine as well. Oh yeah, we need to change the builder as well. Okay. This is now item stack template. Item stack template. Item stack template. Card pack dot get. Dot create dot get. Get item. Let us out. get item. Then I always forget what you actually do from here. I thought it might have been ID. Location. Identifier. Or is it built in registries? Item dot get card pack get path. Card pack dot create. Get value. You could have sworn you could get the I'll get the fault key. Yeah, that one worked. I guess all the rest is going to error as well, yeah. So we just do this. We need to do move item stack template. Paste so trading card game items. Basic card pack document. So we just need to do this. And then short now. Might be able to launch. This will be the same again. It's client. Card match. Stack item. Oops. And then again here. Surely this time. Well, we loaded it, so that's good. Okay. So this should technically make no difference. It should work exactly how it did before. Clearly, it does not. So, what do we think's happening here? Oh. Why card pack set card items? We can do that. So we just need to reload. And then hopefully this will send the items. And then it will still not work. Is that actually ever sent? Size 6. So it does send. So it's erroring on what? Oh, hang on a second. Just had to get the door for the post. Just getting the door for the post. So now, where is this failing? Can even get into there? No. We want a list then of all of these cards. Well, I can see it there. Now the dog's starting up. We shouldn't have to do this. But maybe it's just simple fixes it. No. My dog's just angry because my neighbours have the audacity to be in their garden today. Which obviously is really annoying her. But what is this doing this thing where it's matching not the right hand correct? Like, what's it saying I have in my hand? Recipe book, no. Using item hand, no. So I'm guessing we change all this back. Get rid of that. And then we just say interaction hand main item. And then it will probably work. And it will probably not work, I think. Find system. Let's print in stack. Card back. I mean, this doesn't make any sense. I mean, it's right there. Thanks for stopping in. See you later. This makes no sense at all. It's literally showing the same item. Wait, am I being absolutely stupid? I bet this is triggering. That's not. Oh, wait. Maybe this is all still right. I think our problem is our recipes are not correct because we changed it. Components on that. Fine, don't create. And type folder. Right. What? Maybe that will work instead. Because the recipes will still be looking for ingredients, not item stack. So then we can reload and then it might work. Which it looks like it does. Maybe not. Is this trigger? Surely this doesn't just trigger on the server. This event fired on both sides before the player triggers item.use. Note this is not fired if the player is looking at a block. This trigger though. Let's just restart it. Maybe it doesn't like the fact that we changed it mid load. Still doesn't work. Unless we need to do stream any match. Stack. Item stack is same item components. And then this would be pack stack. Maybe. I didn't like that change. Stream.any match can be with none match. Doesn't like that either. What does it actually say in these stacks are? The pack stack is 1 BBL TCG card. Wait. No, we don't want the item. We do want the item stack. Unless the stack's empty again. Where's it gone? Interaction. Main have. Please just work. I wish you could say both stacks here. We just remove this check. Just have it trigger on any right click. Still doesn't work. I mean, that does trigger now. So it never finds a recipe for it. Maybe the matching method's wrong. Maybe we need to do the same here, so we just do the item stack is same components. Input get item 0. Maybe that. Thing is, we don't want it triggering every time an item's right clicked. Because that's very expensive. Okay, so that is triggering. So that worked. So the matches method was wrong. Does that mean we can then go back to this, do this, see if we can re-add that check? So say ideally we don't want to have that trigger more than once. Not more than once. We don't want it to trigger for every item. Everyone pray that this works. That worked. Okay, perfect. So what did we do? First we need to have the auto updating, which is this. Won't be enabled yet because it's not actually out. Then we need a change logs file. And then this is change.pbltcg 0.1.0 remove whatever item is deemed as the pack item in the recipe. This allows for any item to be a recipe now uses item stack, not ingredient, or pack, or item stack template actually. Build. And then trading cards, add file, this one, and this one. And shove an ID here. We can then go back into schema.js, visual, schema, build Gradle, that update, and then the pack builder goes, and then this just goes. And then we need to do. So this would need a custom component for Qt.js, right? That's where we got to. This will be the weighted item stack component. Then we just need to place of record. So we just need to copy this first. One of them. And then this is weighted item stack component. And then this is we don't have a codec. Or do we? We should have a codec actually. I think. Yeah, we totally do. And then we need this. Which again would just be this. It must be weighted item stack component equals new weighted item stack component. This will be weighted item stack and then this will be the weighted item stack codec. And then what do we need? Type info. Item wrapper. What else? Has priority. I don't know what half of this stuff does. Which I think most of this can just be copied and pasted. I just accidentally found a bug in Origin. What is the bug? You can basically infinitely use the input fluid if you remove the fluid out. Didn't we find that before? I'm pretty sure I knew something like that before. So we need to register this. That goes. I mean, technically, there's nothing non-vanilla in this, but we don't need to register it. I guess we don't have to. If registries dot, this is the wrong type, then is it? This is not weighted item stack. Is this the right place? Yeah, I think it is. And then in the recipe now, we can just do this dot weighted item stack dot. Technically, it's an output, I guess. Output key cards. And we like to do the output first, so follow the way QJS does it. So output, input, other. Hey, welcome. Let's try check with both the old and new code. It's still bugged. I'm sure I've seen it before. But even if you take the fluid upgrade off, you can still pump in and out of it. I don't know if that was ever fixed. We need to add this as well. This will be here somewhere, which is event.register. BBLTCG identifier. Wait, what is this called? Pack recipe.js. And then we just want to double check that it's actually called pack opening. Really. Pretty sure it is, but pack opening, yeah. And then technically we can just test it. With the fluid add-on removed, I can't put in remove, so maybe that was fixed. I know for a fact it didn't work. Or it used to get stuck. Delete that. BBLTCG. And then this will be BBLTCG. Opening. And it will be a list. Oh, hang on. Would be how would this look? Look at that. It's a list, right? So it would be Minecraft, Diamond, and then we could have Minecraft. Oh. Probably want to do probably works like that, and then it will be. It's hard to test because I don't actually know. We've got no way of viewing the actual stats in game. Let's do epic. Maybe that would be fine, and then we'll make it a stick, and then we'll open it 10 times. So technically, that might work. So the stick is now our card pack. It's not good that there's an error there. Unable to set cards. We know that the recipe loaded then. It's just the weighted list that's not being read properly. Oh, wait. Did we actually not do this as a list? We did not. So it needs to be a list of this. And then as list here. Maybe that'll work. Well, definitely change one of the problems. They would set cards. What doesn't it like? Maybe this one needs to be like that as well. What kind of mod pack you develop? Trading cards. Give items. Makes it. I think that's a problem with the actual component. So we need to. The component's being a bit annoying because it wants specifics. So we need to change what it's actually looking for. Kind of the developer. I'm kind of a Modpack developer myself, so I dropped by to see how you guys do things here. And now I'm curious to see what the Modpack turned out like. This is very early. This is still the mod part of it. But if you want to see the packs that we make, you can see. You want just mod packs, this. And then that will show you everything mod pack related. So we need to change. This can close, don't need that. Need schema.js. Need this. Need a native array. I want it to understand that. That looks right. The default is 1. So this is just diamond weight of 1. Emerald weight of 10. Card is class. Surely this time it works. So you're the author behind Techopolis 3. I am indeed. Yeah, it's quite popular in Techopolis 3. I'm not working on the updates that have been coming over the last 6 months though. Oh wow, it's nearly 500,000. I didn't realize it was that high. Still doesn't like this, eh? think it's because there wasn't a value associated with it. Surely this time it'll work. Surely this time it works. I've only just started figuring out how to create Modpack, so I'm currently working on my first one based on Create. Good luck. Hopefully it goes well for you. Create is a great mod. Look at that, no errors. But now it's thick. Look at that. Look at this epic emerald. Nice. Look at this. And then this is the pack item and any item. And this is the amount of cards from then we just update it. Push. So what we can do now, we just build this locally. And then throw this into, what did we call it? Scarf this TCP. Yeah. Mods. Throw this in here. And then BBO TCG. BBO trading. Yep, add that. Add that version. And then can probably launch the pack. Close that. Open this. New folder. Style this TCG. Select. Zoom. And we shall give access to this.
Press Enter to enable the narrator.
Video settings off. We need to seriously go full screen. Nice. Yeah, it's very annoying. Right up. PC Creative Super. And then we could just do a world options, advanced, time day off, and wandering off, peaceful on. And then we can do edit, vitals, file for this, code on TCG. And then we have the classic information. Then we have dry office. What are we going to do for the title? How are we going to do the chapters? Do we want it like Cave Office where it's just on? Or do we want to do like old school Submerged where it's chapter groups? I hate the keybind for even more. What are you doing now? Well, now we're going to look at how the pack's going to shape out. Welcome to guidance. Why did that change? Welcome Diopolis. Chapter groups, so like Submerged. A Modpack is similar to GregTech Modpack, built entirely around curry. However, the craft and recipes, quest chapters, and overall progression will remind you of GregTech and the HBM mod. I don't know what that is. And the pack includes most engineering, custom multi-block structures, and several GregTech multi-blocks. Are you making custom multi-blocks? Are you using custom machine? Yes, okay, so we want to do chapters like Submerged. So now the strange thing about this is I think we're going to have to start off with. We might have to start off with a villager. Well, not a villager, we'll use shops, but this is your island. And I think we need a, we definitely need a sapling. Or would we? I don't have anything as get narration, but this specific one they have. I think the problem, it doesn't need to have the narrator on that front screen, I don't think. Oh, Modpack 2. I've never used that before, to be fair. So we'll do, so this is just Skyblock. So you could just start here. And then I think we'll have like a, I don't know how to do it. How could we get blocks early? Also, we definitely need some sort of so start on near empty island. Yeah, I don't think it needs to be there. Find shops, card pack seller. Trouble is, this jump here seems too big. Like the card packs, it's tricky because I think we want to have a. I like the idea that you find the person to get the packs from, but then I don't know if you'd want to spawn on something like that and then just have like a tiny island next to it, maybe with a house, and then you just use the house and you've got a base straight away. But maybe that's fine. Maybe you can just start in a house. I mean, that could be a little bit different as well, starting on like a because that'll start with the ship. Why not make it like the old Skyblock, like 500? But you could. Oh, make it like old Skyblock, 100 blocks fun. You could, but then I don't know what. How do we start it? You know what I mean? Like, what's the from here? How do we get the blocks required to go the distance? Because I would like to do that as well. Even if it was a little bit of a distance. I think we'll do I think we'll do coloured houses as well. Yeah, but then so if you do a tree, you're gonna need to have like that spot to grow stuff, which I don't like. Wait, is every single FTP mod had an update today? No. So why did it install the beta versions of every single mod that I added to this pack? It's classic Cursewood. From a starting tree. Unless the tree gives you packs, maybe? Or the leaves can drop packs? That will come way later. Anything like card packs with hostile mobs. I'm not too bothered about the structures, that all comes last. Literally any structures for any of the packs is always like one of the last things to do. Unless it's progression based. So a starting house I'm not really bothered about. It's you gotta have a concept before you have all the decoration. There's no point having like an oil painting if you don't have anywhere to put it. If that makes sense. I mean, obviously we'll have as I say, with being a skyblock, we have a lot of options. So start on near empty island using colours or stuff, and then we could just go onto trees. 3 wood. Three wood planks. Crafting. I don't see the cards. Can you show me? I can. I will show you in about 10 seconds. I can share a link to my Discord community where I post information about my mod packs, such as development screenshots. Your best bet is to put it onto my Discord. I have a self-promo channel in there. You can advertise your mod pack in there if you want. Also could shift on dirts to get pebbles for stone to use as a bridge. Well, we could do that. It's actually quite nice because we started this pack. Obviously, we've done so much work on Cave Optus. We have a lot of any functionality that we want. We have, so that would just use emerald recipes. So that could be doable. But I feel like we should have a card that you get early. What was the last Skyopolis we did? Evolved. Nearly 2 years ago. Depends on the mod list, I guess, as well. So that's the other thing. It depends on. I think we probably just go the sky and we'll just call it survival. No. Saplings. No. My island. If we have Skyblock Builder, which we will have the dimensions for Skyblock Builder, which means we can actually add structures in specific locations. Which could be pretty cool. Depends how difficult we want to make it as well. If we do like a new tree, I guess we could just give the sapling. Yeah, we'll just give the sapling growing up. Fine. So we'll do a log task and then convert to in self-promo, posting to that. Yeah, that's basically it. Yeah. Home. Sweet. Home. Island with a tree. How original. then we'll go straight into planks. Crafted from blocks. And actually want to change progression mode to flex. Then we'll do the classic stick. Oh, that one. And then crafting table. Again, convert to player workstation. Better craft. Made with planks. Allows for 3x3 crafting. Could also go with the evolved style of world gem. Then you could find shops randomly instructions. Well, the idea will be to have different, I guess, shops in the world. I don't think we want evolved world gem, really. So I don't think people like the evolved one. Like the actual world gem. It wasn't received that well. I think just more of a pure skyblock experience could work quite well. What would be nice is if we could is immersive airship. Actually, I don't think it is. Airship. That's a shame. There is immersive vehicles. It's called immersive airships, isn't it? Immersive aircraft. Yeah, it doesn't have it. It has the 1.21.11 version. What else could we use? We'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Obviously, a chest storage. Chest wooden. Basic storage. Simple chest. For the simple man. For the simple player. And then we can do, so that can go down there. Then we can do the thing is, obviously, we're going to use shops, which is actually a good point because we've got shops available really early. Maybe you could craft your shop items with this one, Sky Seed. Terraforming Skyblock mod. Craft a sky seed, throw it into the open air. 2 seconds later, a procedurally generated themed sky island germinates where it comes to rest. Progression is driven by exploration, crafting, and block condensing. Block condensing? What does that mean? Grow your sky with guidance to the bridge now. Craft a seed for it. Yeah, a few seconds later, throw it on island. Let's have a look, see what that is. Sky seed. How do you find these ones? The thing is, this pack will feel quite different in terms of resource generation, because I don't think we're going to use strainers at all. We'll keep casting, obviously, for the balls and stuff. In terms of actual resource generation, is probably going to be solely based on the cards. So I guess this mod doesn't work. Maybe it does. Maybe it doesn't work on already generated rods. No, it doesn't work. What is the crashing? Neoforge recipe content. Failed to encode recipe.guild recipe. Well, it was good while it lasted. Goodbye, Sky Seed. Any more suggestions? Resubscribe for 5 months. Thank you very much for the sub. Listen, I think it's fine. We can probably work enough of it. Let's set QJS up a little bit. We need mods. Definitely need shop. Shops.js. Then we'll need pbltcg.js. New window. We'll just copy the packages from Cave 2. Block constants, fluids, items, modifications. They go in here. Just delete all this. Apart from the trader husks, we don't need them. Constants, just colors, fluids, which comment out. Items. Starter pack. Packs, sky opens. Platform name, Sky Opens. Name, Sky Opens. PCG. All this goes. That goes. We'll just comment all this out as well. Keep the enderpearl, keep the snowball. And then all this goes. Save, 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 save. We also have now an Oplis folder, which goes in here. Not in that. In here. Which contains our RS and A2 unification. And some basic unification as well. Happy casts. We're not using happy casts. Sky Trader. See what that is. What are you working on? We are working on a Sky Block Modpack that uses trading cards as a resource generation system. Nah, I don't think we need this Sky Trader one. They still working on this one. Thanks with this pod. It's a bit distracted. Good morning. How are we? How does it work? So gambling Modpack. Well, it's not really gambling, is it? So the idea is that there'll be various different packs with various different things you can get from them. And in answer to your question on the testing channel, it will help if you update the bug. I did find it, and it is fixed for the controller. Well, this sucks. Our poor little brand new world's ruined already. It's a crash. Why is everything so broken? I don't know what this crash is. QJS virtual data node. So it's probably something to do with one of these things. Let's just disable everything in here until we need to. I think we'll try again. Should let's this time. So the idea is, so if we do give them a law BBL PC basic card pack. So you'd be, this is your resource generation, which you get in world from property traders, and then you open them and it gives you these, and then these packs, these cards, sorry, will be able to be processed into whatever, really, into whatever's on the card. But obviously, we probably won't use the default packs that are in the mod, because kind of like the idea of getting like different packs from different locations, so it's not as gambly as it feels. So if you get like a pack from leaves, it might drop like any leaf, for example, maybe something like that. But obviously, we've got to get to that point first, and obviously we're only up to this. So we've got trees, we've got wood. Maybe we use a shovel. That map is pretty see-through. What map is that? Is that chunks? Yeah. Apparently something wrong with the chunks map. Look at this, we've got a Sky Seed book from the mod that never worked. So that's the idea. So this is how we start. And then maybe we go down the if we do a shovel. Shovels can be used to find tools in dirt blocks. And then we can do something like in here. Well, this would be stone pebbles from event block custom. And then we want to steal from Cave Office mods. We just want this. It's wrong. I think it is right. Okay. We actually have a block break method. Or is it this? This is more of a loot table, I guess, actually. Unless we just want to have like a right click on the block. Okay, this is driving me nuts. I'm playing through submerging and I can't remember how you got slime balls. Great question. I have no idea. Okay, think of an idea of getting pebbles from dirt. Yeah, I definitely don't know. It's so long ago. Sieve. We're not using sieves. Pebbles from dirt, yeah. I mean, I guess we could just add that. We'll just do. Pretty sure this works as a tag. So we'll just do Minecraft dirt. Maybe it needs the hashtag. Conditions. None. Result. Nothing. Result is literally going to be probably the in-world recipe doesn't have QGIS support because of the way it is. So I have to remember find previous recipes. So we want this, that we want chance results, which is this. And then we just want just want strainers, stone, 1, and then 100% chance. That's been metric true. And the question is, will this work without a condition? Because I have no idea. I was able to never say about the arena thanks, but yeah, I thought I found it. Left click with a hoe or a rake. Right click with a shovel. Highlight a block to have the entire thing. Yeah, you can, yeah. Game changer. Event is not defined. Of course it is. Because I didn't define it. Like an absolute idiot. Nope, we actually told the recipe that it's a recipe. So actually this goes here. That. That. And I don't know why I added that stack those. And then we can just do ID submerge sky off this stone pebble from dirt. They're gonna where you reach the Modpack, I don't know what you mean. I did find that you can do that with hashtag. Comment out a block by no full stroke tab. Yeah, you could. It's pretty nice. Conditions? No conditions, eh? Well, listen, Mr. In-World Recipes. Conditions. How about you just have empty conditions? How about that? If that works. Oh. And then right click. Look at that. Mr. Pebbles. That's just lovely. Do you watch a stream and work at the same time? Well, it will be grass as well, but I have to because I'll have to add it as a second one because the Minecraft dirt tag no longer includes grass, except it includes colored grass for some reason. But it doesn't include grass anymore. So I just have to. It depends if we want to keep this. I think the idea of the shovel is probably. I think we probably want a shovel in it. Otherwise, it just feels. It feels free. It shouldn't be free. It should have some sort of some sort of condition. So condition. I mean, we could. How about we make the condition a chat message? Pretty sure we can do that. So we could change the trigger to give me a pebble, please. Just add it to the tag. There must be a reason why they changed it. Not a JSON object. Line 35. What isn't a JSON object? What's it complaining about? Is that not the is that not the code for it? Ben, are you working on Oculus 26 and Cave Office and Ability Lock and now Skyblock TCG? You are overexerting yourself. Oculus 26 is a pack that we do when we have nothing else to do. Cave Oculus 2 is complete and waiting for Skyblock Builder. And Ability Lock is also complete. Pretty much. Minus testing, really. Why isn't the chat message working? Look at that. Did I do that by mistake? I wonder what is harder, making players jump down in fractured start or tell them to just chat for the purpose. Wow. Look at that. Hi chat. Oh, hi chat. No, hi chat. Hi chat, hi chat, hi chat. Still don't really know why this is a trigger, but so the conditions we want to add is shovel, right? Held item condition. This space is absolutely insane. Yeah, go to 2. What's it here? 2. I don't know why it ended up being so big. Just go back again. Okay. So now you spawn the item, the first thing you do is collect pebbles. No, the first thing you do is mine a tree to get a shovel. And then you can get pebbles. Seed balls. Oh. And then we want the result to damage the item as well, which I believe is a result. Can't find any results. Damage. Oh, we have to look through the code. Conditions. It's got to be resolved. Damages held item result, and it just requires a count, an optional count, so it doesn't need a count. So it would just be from here. In-world recipes, damage held. And that's all we should do. Imagine if we kept it as that and you have to literally beg for pebbles. I don't know why that one wasn't spaced to the rest of them are. But actually they're not. Some of them are 4s. I don't know what's going on. I don't know why I minimized that either. Why did it work? Tool shovel's not a tag. Sure, pretty sure it is. F3H. It's actually not a tag. So tools bow is a tag. Tools pickaxe is not. Shields. I hate Minecraft. So why would they tag? I just hate it. So it's just vanilla, right? So it would just be Minecraft. Doubles. Fine. There is a mod for pebbles. There is, but we also have the ability to add them ourselves, which reduces the mod count. That was what I wanted to do. Shovel. Oh, that's not. I didn't think that through, did I? Dirt just makes a path. Whose idea was it to use a shovel? Left click. If this doesn't work, we'll use the stick. This is fine. Okay, so now you can do pebbles. Shovels can want to do right clicking. No. Left when breaking. During breaking. Off. Dirt or grass. Stone. Pebbles. And add chat colors, no. Bi-color brown. This can be green. This could be grey. I have no idea why not make when you make a path you get pebbles. That's just annoying. You can only get one at a time. would be incredibly slow. Bob stuff. You hate the double and R, I guess we'll say, at the end. Can give you 10 to 16. No, there's no point. It's more work for no reason. Because you're still going to have to break the path. So you're going to have to break the path as well as make it a path, which just it's not needed. It's not needed. Rock with boom. Yeah, I assumed you meant hate. Yeah, I guess we do the whole furnace rubbish. Furnace, charcoal, tiny coal. It's not tiny, it's mini in it. What on earth? How did I do that? Mini coal, torches. Goes like we could do some curves today, or not because they haven't got the right version. Just give me the latest versions. I don't understand. You don't need to craft a shop. You the shop is actually in your inventory. Though interestingly enough, I don't think we're going to use that shop. We'll just use the trade part of the shops instead. Which probably did that better. Unless we just use the shops to sell. Now we've got curvy lines. Yeah, we do. Still not really sure the best way of using these. And that's just it's weird because the origin point doesn't ever seem to be on the quest. Yeah, they don't look that good, do they? I think you can see the problem is where it's textures pixelated. Not pixelated, textures layered, isn't it? So it's where it's scaling the texture a bit differently. I think if you had just a line, it might look better. But I've not really found like a because even that breaks it. Like it's so easy to make the line look poor. But again, you can see the breaks in the textures here. But I don't know how you'd fix that. Card for the shop is right. So will make it like Forever Factory? I have no idea what you mean. I'm not really sure what you're saying. It's not. I don't think it's going to be anything like Forever Factory at all. Smelting of from smelting blocks. And then tiny light. Smelts a single item at a time. Magma block, magma cream, slime ball. Oh, through thermal. Yeah, that makes sense. And then we want to do. Maybe we don't find a shop first. Coal with 8 mini charcoal, 1 torch. I doubt it very much. So what would a card pack be made of? Aluminium foil. Metallized PET. Metallized PET. What's that? Plastic polyester. Yeah, we can. We're not quite gonna make that, I don't think. I mean, technically, we should go down the paper route, I guess. But then I don't know if you actually want to craft a pack. Smart crafting chest. There is no smart crafting for 26.1.2. It is basically impossible, and the performance is horrific. So I didn't bother finishing it. I don't think we can make a pack, really. So we are going to have to... So the first thing we probably want to get is a pack that gives you sand and gravel. No, it's going to be done through the packs. I think you're missing the point. The whole point of this pack is to use the packs as a resource system. It's not to have strainers or hammers or stuff like that going through it. Hey, welcome up. I don't think I've seen your name before. What's the best question mod to use? FTB quests. 100%. Played all your packs. Thank you very much. Really appreciate it. do a dry intent. No, we cannot. Yeah, I think we need to kind of think of how we're getting to the first person. There's no way someone has made a mod called Skyblock Builder. I bet this is a clone. Yeah, they ain't even got the source code for it. It's definitely an AI logo as well. I have to say, the amount of AI mods is actually insane. This isn't even a mod. It's just a data pack. This makes this mod even more rubbish. They literally put on here that you can make teams. You can't make teams. This is data pack. New Sky Uplifts, yeah. Sky Uplifts with card packs. Very different. It is very different. Well, the game will be very different. That's blown my mind. That's actually blown my mind. It says here, it features GUIs and team building features. It's a data pack. It has nothing mod related in it. Unless it's in here. Oh, here it is. Here it is. Can't work out if it's AI or not. Might not be. The logo's definitely AI. I swear AI is getting worse by the day. It's actually evolving. It's a hard one, isn't it? I think the problem is everyone has access to it now. And it's scary. Like the amount of people that are just throwing stuff into Claude or ChatGPT, whatever one it is, and they're just making them a mod. What was it we had the other day? There was something in Contain. Was it Contain? There was a mod somewhere, and it was majorly broken. I can't remember what the reason was. And the whole code was just full of Claude comments, and it had like a Claude folder on it. And then the person was adamant that they didn't use AI. So just be honest. It's hard to tell if this is AI or not. Descriptions are definitely AI. I even had an Echo Shop, which is just a copy of FTB's Echo Shop. You know what? So both of them are AI, but it wasn't them. It was something else. It might not have been container. And I think collapsible groups is AI, but I don't think it's. I think the dev knows what they're doing. I think they just use an AI as a tool, as opposed to using AI to develop, which is different things. Like as I said, it was yesterday or day before, I have GitHub inline suggestions. Productive frogs. It might have been that. I can't remember. I don't know if it was that. It wasn't. It was the add-on mod. It was the add-on mod that they put in their pack. I can't remember what it was called. The one that tells you like what mobs are spawned, or the Modpack one, or if a mob could spawn there, was it? Spawn detected. Yeah, spawn detected. And you just look at it; it's just Claude. It just makes me sad because you have so many like modders that actually work really hard on mods, and then just anyone now can just create, well, slop. But I'd like to. So I know a few of the bigger pack devs are going through a phase of just refusing AI mods, which is kind of what we've been doing anyway. Like the only exception to that is collapsible groups, but we won't be using that for 26 because we've got my version. I think what we'll do, I think we'll call it there for today. Maybe we'll do some more tomorrow. It's just slop. You can tell it was created by AI. Yeah, there's a lot of there is a lot of giveaways, but you only see it when you're in game. But as I say, I think if you use an AI as a tool, like if because I know there's a few devs that have it to, so they'll work on like the most common, not most common, most updated branch of their mod, say. There is some AIs that have the ability to then backpull it into their mods. I don't think that's an issue because it's still taking it from like the source of truth, which is the modder itself, not AI. And AI could never build systems like this, like fully customizable WinWorld recipes, fully customizable modifiers for casting. I used to help me look up stuff, but it needs to, yeah, like silly things. Like, so there was something stupid the other day I was struggling on. I can't remember what it was. It just turned out to be a spelling mistake. So throwing it into an AI and it's like, oh, you misspelled this. It's like, okay, cool. Sorted it, fixed it. But stuff like actual fully coding something new, you're never going to see it. It's never going to do that. I hate AI. Right, someone's playing Contained. And I have a great name. I now need to find my chat, which is here. Raid. This morning I needed to tell Gemini a few times where there wasn't anything wrong with the JSON format. It really didn't want to understand it. Yeah. I think I can't remember where it was said, but The scary thing about AI is it could be confidently wrong, but believe it's right, which is scary. No, it would never be able to do anything complicated. But again, if you're struggling with like a bug or something, then by all means throw it in. What did we do this morning? Well, not this morning, but earlier the stream. We were doing some sort of one this morning, weren't we? Can't remember. How bad's that? I don't remember what we did on stream this morning. Except not this morning again, lunchtime. What did we do? Wasn't the packs? And after it finally made me understand this, it told me you're absolutely right. Water is 0. Your Jace is perfectly correct. Yeah, it's just so bad. Does anyone actually remember what we did this morning? It wasn't trading cards. What did we do this morning? Or was it the cards? Were we doing the cards all day? Oh yeah, we changed the cards over to item sets. It's just a tool. People outside of the community need to understand that it's not replacing devs yet. Well, it's doing a good job replacing a lot of devs. I just gotta hope it never could take over making mod packs, otherwise I'm ruined. But yeah, we'll call it there today. We'll raid this person because they're playing Techopolis. BBO Opolis by Claude. It will at some point, but that's creativity. Yeah, there's still a long way to go, I think. But nevertheless, I still hate it. And sometimes it is getting hard to spot. But I mean, the good thing for us is that if you look at a mod pack like Cabopolis 2, and you type in, well, you don't type in, but if you sort by author, we have about 300 mods in this pack that are all mine. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. 25 out of 156 mods. It's quite a lot. But yeah, we'll call it there. We might come back tomorrow and do this a bit more. If not, I will see you some point in the future. Enjoy the rest of your day.